Xhaka again. Manchester United all over the place. Here's Saka. Lovely strike. It's a great save. The rebound is put in by Tavares. And Arsenal have taken a very early advantage.
Oh, it's a perfect start for Arsenal. It's a perfect start as well for Nuno Tavares.
Given a penalty, and Bukayo Saka will take it. This for a 2-0 lead to Arsenal. Saka scores. He sends De Gea the wrong way, and a really confident penalty. Good footwork by him again. He's looking quite lively, actually, Sancho. I have to be a bit careful with him. Ball comes in, and Manchester United have scored. Cristiano Ronaldo has put it in. Arsenal switched off, and Ronaldo has pulled a goal back. Then Xhaka, what a goal! What a goal by Granit Xhaka! And Arsenal lead 3-1.
Glory, glory, Manchester United. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. And in this episode, we'll be analysing our last game with Liverpool. What was your anticipation from the game? Honestly, I never expected us to win the match like against Liverpool. I anticipated a 2-1 win for us. But now we were unable to even score a goal. We were unable to crack their defense at all throughout the game. A very disappointing game for us. We lost the game 4-0. Damn. So far this season we've lost 9-0 to Liverpool. This is very, very terrible. This is not the Manchester United I fell in love with. Probably I'll go, then I'll come back again when the team is lovable, because this team is not lovable at all. This team is so shameful, so disgraceful, so tiring. There's no motivation from the players, no energy at all. No energy. We can see it clearly in the game. Seeing the way the Liverpool players are composed with the ball, barely make mistakes, are decisive, the way they move around the ball, the way they create spaces for themselves, and the way they come to help themselves in tight corners. Like, I'm not sure we have for this concept. We don't have the concept of playing together. I'm not sure these guys train together. Honestly, this is a very terrible result. Not even at this time of the season, where we have to use all what we've got to get a point at least. Now we've missed a point and 3 points. So terrible. But with the statistics, they had 72% ball possession and we had 28. They had 14 total shots and we had 2. That's terrible. They had 4 big chances and we had none. So how will you get a goal? And we had none. They had 2 big chances missed and we had none. They had 818 accurate passes and we had 260. They had 3 fouls committed, we had 6. They had 3 offsides and we had 2. They had 9 corners and we had 2. They played us in and out, including our coach. They played the fans, they played everybody. They were controlling the game like there was no Manchester United player on the pitch. Yo, what is going on without Rashford cannot control every. Oh my god, this shit. To the shots, they had 14 total shots and we had 2. They had 6 shots off target and we had none. They had 5 shots on target and we had 1. They had 3 block shots and we had 1. No shot hit the woodwork. They had 11 shots inside our box and we had 1 inside theirs. They had 3 shots outside our box and we had 1 outside theirs. So how we go convert our shot to goals where we barely have less than 5. Honestly, going to the game without Ronaldo is a terrible disaster. Although in the first leg where they won us 5-0, Ronaldo was in the lineup, but considering the way he started up at this end of the season and what we're also looking for, at least make it to the top 4, I feel he could have made an impact in the game. Now, there's nothing we could do though, based on what happened to him. He lost his child, so I guess it's reasonable for him not to be on the pitch. This is so terrible, and also and with this result now, our chances for making to the top 4 is very, very slim with this loss right now. The passes, they had 897 passes and we had 354. They had 818 accurate passes and we had 260. We still had 73% accurate passes. You can imagine, they still had 91. Even with their high number of passes, they were still accurate. And we were very poor. They had 450 passes in their own half and we had 177. They had 368 passes in our half and we had 83 in theirs. Wow, less than 100. Whereas Everton had less than 100 in our half, and they were able to even get a winner. I mean, they won us with that game when they even had less than 100 passes in our half. You can imagine how poor we are right now. They had 34 accurate long balls and we had 14. How would we have accurate long balls when all Maguire long balls are outside the pitch? his leg can never fit into the pitch. I don't understand. Like, that's why I said never. He can never, because he has been doing this all this while, and we have been seeing the stupid mistake he has been making. And the team is not even making any change or any. After everybody is complaining about Maguire, something is wrong with this team, honestly. They had 4 accurate crosses and we had 2. They had 21 throws and we had 12. They had 11 tackles won and we had 14. They had 10 interceptions and we had 16. They had 1 block and we had 3. They had 6 clearances and we had 16. We both had 1 keeper save, 2 duels. They had 39 duels won and we had 41. They had 28 ground duels won and we had 32. They had 11 aerial duels won and we had 9. We both had 7 successful dribbles. We got 1 yellow card and we got 2. Our playing is far below average. I cannot say this is an average performance. This is a very, very poor performance. Aside from the result, our playing was so poor. We never knew what we wanted to do. Every moment was filled with indecision. Every moment we were with the ball, it was filled with indecision. There was nobody to pass to, no right decision to make it up. And when they get to the box, all they try to do is counter, like, and Rashford is inconsistent. He cannot trap the ball, he cannot control, and we are going for counter. What is going on? It's a club full of shit. But the player of the match was Salah, and in the top 10 player ratings of the game, we really had one of our players in the top 10, Ggmu. Terrible game. The big chances created, Salah had the highest. To the total shot, Salah had the highest, he had 4. And in the top 10 total shots rating of the game, we had only 2 players, Sancho and Elanga, who both had 1. To the pass success, Thiago was the highest with 108, and in the top 10 pass success rating of the game, there was none of our players. They overshadowed us. Honestly, the way we are playing, we cannot even mash up Premier League standard with the way we are playing. There is no direction in the way we are playing. There is no direction like we are going to that post to get a goal or not. There is no direction of sort. The successful dribble, Thiago was also the highest, he had 3. Then we had Sancho and Bissaka with 2. And in the top 10 successful dribbles rating of the game, we had only 4 players. Only 4 players. And to the tackles one, we had Diego Dalot to the highest, he had 4. Jesse Lingard 3, Bissaka also 3. And in the top 10 tackles one rating of the game, we really had 3 players. Man, this is so funny because all Liverpool players, their gesture in the match was like they were making mockery of us. They were all laughing, like it's so obvious like they're playing with a kid. You know that kind of feeling when you're playing with a kid where you don't have to worry, you have to score goals and you just have to just laugh consistently because the kid is trying his best to break in. They were not even trying their best, like we were not even trying our best. It was a terrible game for us and a disaster because it's a 9-0 win this season. If they get another opportunity to meet us again, I'm very, very sure they'll score more than 4 goals and they'll get us to 15 goals this season. And imagine we couldn't even break their net just for even once, just to even score 1 goal to break the ice. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know. Maguire seems to be my only problem right now because I see him everywhere making mistakes. Honestly, with our team starting Maguire back to back, honestly, this is getting out of hand. It's like they are joking with us. It's like they actually want us to lose. But that's that about statistics. Let's go to the blog post to see what the bloggers have to say about our team. I guess the bloggers really have a lot to say because after this trashing. Okay, there's a blog post here that says Rangnick reinforces need for Manchester United overall after Liverpool trashing. Okay, we're diving. Rangnick says things must change, with his side losing 5-0 and 4-0 to Liverpool in their 2 Premier League meetings this season. Interim Manchester United manager Ralf Rangnick hinted there could be up to 10 new signings following Tuesday's 4-0 demolition at the hands of Liverpool. It was effectively game over after 25 minutes, with Liverpool already up 2-0 by that point. And United simply were not capable of mounting a tangible fight at all. Like we were nothing before them. Following October's 5-0 thrashing at Old Trafford, today's 4-0 loss at Anfield served as a microcosm of where the two clubs are at on and off the pitch. Rangnick asserted the need for a disjointed United to take on a long-term overhaul, in the same vein as Liverpool and Manchester City, who built squads over time on the basis of identity. If you look at the two clubs who are currently dominating the Premier League, they did exactly that, he said post-match. They brought in 2 managers, and not only did they bring in 2 managers, they also changed the whole thing in terms of formation. What kind of players do they need? What kind of football do we want to play? What kind of football do you want to play than to win? Honestly, this pisses me off a lot of time. Like, what kind of football do you want to play? What kind of football do you need to play? Like, we don't know how to get a win. A team should be able to play counter, tiki-taka and different other tactics. I don't know why you have to like stick to tactics. prove that's your style. We are here to get the win, not just for you to play any style of football for us. That's bullshit. The headline of everything was, how do we want to play? And underneath this headline, after every transfer window, they created the team they have in both clubs. How do we want to play? How we want to win? If you analyze the situation, it's not that difficult to analyze. The team needs a review, not because some players have to do, but quite a few have no contract anymore. Their contracts are expiring, and for me, it's clear that there will be 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 new players. And the 10 new players sounds like a joke to me because that's too much. Where do you want to have the funds to get these players? Except we get amateur players again who will have to wait for over a long time to build the team. If that's the case, I guess we just started losing them because I think the rebuilding requires a lot of patience and a lot of losses. That's that. Another blog post here says Neville labels Manchester United a broken club on and off the pitch. Yo, we are broken on and off. You can even see their countenance. There was a ball when Fernandes had to run to the defense line and slide to save the ball. Honestly, after the save, it was written all over him because it was like, this team is so bad. It was written all over him, man. Says Gary Neville was not impressed with his former club after Manchester United lost 4-0 against Liverpool at Anfield. Gary Neville has described Manchester United as broken on and off the pitch after they were trashed 4-0 by Liverpool at Anfield on Tuesday. Goals from Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane consigned United to another damaging defeat in their hunt for Champions League qualification. Their great rivals went top of the Premier League, meanwhile with fellow title contenders Manchester City playing Brighton and Hove Albion on Wednesday. Neville laid into his former club following the heavy defeat, saying on Sky Sports, what Manchester United have done is brought players in with piano introductions like Alexis Sanchez or Pogba, and all the big palaver around Pogba's return from Juventus. The Cristiano Ronaldo won at the start of the season. They've elevated the player above the manager at the football club as well. You go to Liverpool, you go to Chelsea, you go to Manchester City. The manager is a primary figure at the football club. They've undermined managers at Manchester United over the last 10 years by basically elevating the players into this godlike status, and the players haven't performed. If that's the case, that's kind of bullshit because Ronaldo is not our problem. Ronaldo is even our solution, and Pogba is a good player, even not for him being a bad team. Pogba is in a team like Chelsea, he will perform massively. My view is at this point in time, there are a lot of things the player could do better. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the start of the season could have done better. Ralf Rangnick maybe could have done better. But fundamentally, the club is broken on and off the pitch. The stadium is falling apart, the training ground is slipping to second rate compared to others. The owners are taking £25 million a year when actually the club needs investment. And it sets the culture badly from the top. Since 2003 to 2004, there have been 4 instances of players completing 100 plus passes in a Premier League match against United. All 4 of them have been this season, with 2 of them being tonight. Thiago 105, Van Dijk 106. You can imagine an opponent having over 100 passes against us. I mean, that's terrible. The Red Devils will look to bounce back in their crucial trip to top 4 rivals, Arsenal and Saudi. Honestly, with the way we are playing, I'm not sure we can ever win Arsenal, except for the fact that Arsenal is a younger team and we overpower them. Aside for that fact, we are terrible. Arsenal can win us, anybody can beat us anyhow. That's that about that blog post. Well, let's go to the last blog post of this episode. It says Rashford played like a child. Kane slams heartless, soulless Manchester United. Oh, god damn it. It says Roy Keane was highly critical of Marcus Rashford, Jesse Lingard and Harry Maguire after Manchester United lost at Liverpool. Honestly, sell these players. Sell these players if they're not doing the right thing. And they're not ready to fight for the team. Rashford only runs for ball. He doesn't come back to attack or defend, or like, I don't know, you think your role is only to get the ball forward and get a goal. Man, that's a terrible mindset. Marcus Rashford played like a child in Manchester United defeat to Liverpool on Tuesday. According to a despairing Roy Keane, a toothless United succumbed to a 4-0 defeat at Anfield that enabled rivals Liverpool, who are still chasing an unprecedented quadruple to go top of the Premier League. Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah put Jurgen Klopp's side in command as the Red Devils produced an abject first-half display in which they failed to attempt a single shot. That had not happened in the top flight since a 3-2 win over Manchester City in April 2018. Rashford managed just 9 touches in the opening period and had only 2 in Liverpool's box. across the entire 90 minutes. Now we go get a goal with Sadio Mane and a second from Salah consigning United to a resounding loss. It was anger earlier in the season, now it's just sadness, honestly.